I should have worn mine. Has your smell
Why'd you
changed?
smell your? No, I don't think. I mean,
I don't know. Every once in a while, I think to myself, is my sniffer, something's changed.
well, you did have a birthday.
I know both of us had birthdays. It is the birthday month.
Tis
Happy
the
birthday.
month. Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
you.
Happy birthday.
Are you an Aquarius?
I'm a cusp Pisces Aquarius.
What does cusp mean?
It means if you look at astrological kind of calendars, my birthday, February 19th, flip-flops. It's on the date that they change. So, and some people go, oh, you're Aquarius. Some people say you're Pisces. So I always just say I'm a cusp.
Interesting. So you have traits of both, I guess.
I would think so. That's why I'm so complex. Or deeply emotional.
One of the two. Do you know much about so I had astrology, I guess is my question. But I had dinner with my friend Andrea, and she's very much she goes, oh, you're every time I would say something, she goes, it's such an Aquarius thing or something. And I was like, okay, what is this tell me more about, because she said, she was like, my sun is in this and my moon is in this. And I was like, what am I?
I know
tell me what I am.
It's because I'm so egocentric, right? I'm like, what am I? Tell me more about me. I don't want to know about other people.
Right.
I don't care where your moon is rising, but maybe it does tell more. You and I were getting obsessed with Enneagrams. So maybe it's the same.
It's 100% the same. And so I put in my name and my birth date and my time and all this stuff, kind of
oh, you filled out a document?
Human design. Yeah, I filled out a document and it pulled up, I have it right in front of me. She sent it to me and she was like, because my sun is in Aquarius, my moon is in Cancer. I have a Cancer moon, Mercury, Pisces, Venus. It has all of the planets, and then your Lilith is in Cancer. So it was really interesting just hearing all of the other signs that were in me.
Oh, I like that. But
it was weird.
But did it make sense? Does it
100%?
You're like, oh, that's why I do that.
100%. 100%. I was just reading, and in each little thing, it was you do this, or you tend to think this. And I'm like, oh my God, it's me. But I also, it's how is everything so accurate? How am I an Enneagram 4, which I think I'm a wing 5 now. I'm not a wing 3. Ashley might've thought I was. I think I'm definitely a wing 5. I'm just how is everything so accurate?
But then I also think, aren't we all humans just so similar? Isn't it all just the same bullshit? All of it. It's just all the same. I'm like, oh, so we all have fears and insecurities and worries, and we are down a spiral. Thank goodness we have good friends and astrology to point us in the right direction.
And Enneagram and human design. Thank you.
And human design and Enneagram. And therapy.
And therapy.
And therapy, period.
Thank God for
that.
And
Glennon Doyle, by the way. I listened to the most amazing podcast on the way here. Glennon Doyle preaching the truth about her therapy. And I just am I'm so happy. I think it was you and I who was saying, we need to do an episode where we kind of talk about what we've learned from our therapist.
What I learned from my therapist.
What I learned from my therapist. And then other people can go to Mullet page and comment and be like, oh, I learned this from my therapist, or that is funny. Because I wonder if there's similarities, or because if we just pooled all the therapy information and made a lot of money, would save a lot of money and clear up a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
How good were those first 3 episodes that we put out? Can I just say that
I was laughing so hard. It's like our Instagram stories that we talked about. I was listening and listening and listening and laughing and laughing and laughing so hard at our episodes.
I had so many people reach out and were like, oh my gosh, it sounds like 2 girlfriends chatting. This is what I'm here for. This is fun. This is the reset, all the stuff that kind of was our intention behind Mullet.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get over. There was a girl who made her own top 5 of the selling people. And I was like, this is what we want. We want people to chime in with their opinions.
Yep.
And we have way more top
smelling celebrities.
Yeah. Top 5 celebrities that smell good. And I laughed so hard at that episode, and the feedback and the community just feels aligned.
Yeah. I love it. No,
I'm
me too.
happy
I just had a one-on-one call and I told her, she was like, oh, I know I need to let you go. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I'm just recording episode 4 with Allie after this. And she goes, oh my God, it's hilarious. And I was just like, I know, like, it's so fun. I was telling her, I'm like, it's almost like we felt like we were doing society a disservice by keeping all this humor and like friendship to ourselves.
You know, and that's the thing, is it is a disservice because like we said, there was so many times, and even I have to say, for my birthday, we had that Zoom call and I was crying because I'm all thick in my own worries. And even
not
that was
like a little gentle cry. You were sobbing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it was snotty, sobby tears for sure.
Yeah.
But like even a few days ago, I was all wrapped up in my own woes and crying. And A, thank God we have good girlfriends. B, that we have a forum that we can chat about it and make it okay to cry. And here's the safe mullet place. And it was funny because I mean, the words are interchangeable, but in that moment, you were basically like, Allie, I need you to mullet up.
Yeah, pretty much. I should have said those exact words because it's like,
but that was the sentiment, right? I was in a spiral over age and my birthday and how time is passing. And as a parent, every age that you get older, you know, your kids are getting older. My parents are aging. Like it's all of these things. And so I just had this meltdown on Zoom with you and 2 of our, you know, close girlfriends. And you guys, you especially, you're like, this story's kind of getting old and we need to retell a different story. And
that makes me sound horrible.
No, but like, you need to like mullet up.
Allie, we're all aging. Yeah. No, I get it. It is sad though to see you in that space because you just are like the light of my life. You know what I mean? And always just so bubbly and positive. And so to see that like something like that affects you in such a way, like it literally does break my heart to like see you in that struggle. Cause it's just like,
well, you guys were crying.
Do you have any idea how fun you are? Like, do you have any idea how amazing you are? Like, you know what I mean? It has nothing to do with age.
But for me, birthdays are more important than New Year's. Like a lot of people are like, yeah, Jan 1st, here we go. New year, new me. And I'm like, no, that's fine. I just want to be in bed still by 9. And I'm like, did the new year come and go? Perfect. But my birthday, I'm like, here we go. Another trip around the sun. Here we go.
And see, mine's like totally opposite. I literally had this conversation with my therapist. See, we need to do one. Here we go. Okay. I had this conversation literally last week because the week before yours was my birthday. And I told her, I was like, and still to this day, and I've spent the last week thinking about it, I cannot remember, and it's trauma of some sort. I can't remember any birthday prior to like the age of 27. Like not one.
What?
I swear on my kids, on everything. Like you can't pay me enough money to remember a childhood birthday, a teenage birthday. Like I have no memory of like celebrating in any way, shape, or form. And so I've grown up in this adulthood being like uncomfortable to be celebrated. Like it's been uncomfortable. It's been, you know, I'm like, I get awkward when I get a gift. I'm like, it's the worst feeling in the world. And like, it's been the nightmare. Yeah, but I can celebrate my kids. I can like decorate every birthday for them and get them a present and spend the day with them. And it's like a blast. But when it happens to me, there's something like, I can't remember any birthday that I've ever had. So it like, to me, birthdays are just like, I'm like, okay, I don't want the attention. Like, guys, look away. Like, it's fine. Let's just skip to tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's almost like this.
Wow.
It's too much for me. Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow. You've definitely done some blocking because
100%.
The cakes my mom made me in my like teens to 20s, it was all about me. Celebrate me. Everybody needs to show up. You better be in 5th gear with a hard party attitude. And we are painting the town tonight, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like, I can't believe
saying that. I'm digging. I'm like, do I remember a cake? I don't remember a cake. Do I remember I don't remember. And so we were like talking about something else. And I like threw out that bomb at the end of my therapy session. And she goes, okay, so next week, can we talk about how you don't remember any birthdays? I'm like,
but what was going on around 27? Like, that's like your prime of the ex, the divorce, the sick.
I think it was when I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. But you can't like my 20th. I remember my 30th birthday. And that was the year I also divorced. You know what I mean? Like, so it's, I don't know. It's So it's just, I've been in this like, wait, Raina, like what? Remember,
but that's so interesting that you intertwine the two. Like you don't want to be celebrated, yet you don't remember the biggest kind of, commercial holiday
every
celebration
year
for you is your birthday.
Yeah.
And well, you don't even remember like family growing up. Was there like a tradition? Was there, did you have a favorite meal that you made, your siblings, like a bestie, a boyfriend at the
Not
time?
a
Like, I'm trying
memory.
to everything. There's nothing?
Not a
Blank
memory.
space.
Blank space of
Wow.
that day celebrating my birthday. Blank space. How fucked up is that? I know.
Well, it's funny because every time we do go to celebrate you for anything, or like I'm, whether it's your birthday or an accomplishment or whatever, it is definitely something you back away from.
Yeah. Which is funny that we're paired together because you're like,
know.
it's Tuesday. Here's your
We
gift.
should celebrate.
It's so funny the pair we are. It's like,
no.
I get so I'm like, don't celebrate me.
Yeah, I roll up. I'm like, I packed gifts from last Christmas just because. Listen, I've got us some friendship bracelets just because. You're like, oh God, Allie.
I'm like, I guess I'll wear it.
Like, let me put it on for you. Yeah. Although, can I please say that you have developed deeply as a friend?
Oh, thank you. Tell me more.
100%. And I think that like, that's another major mullet move is like, you truly have, like we went, we were at a conference and you booked us friendship bracelets to be soldered onto our wrists.
So you can never get rid of me.
Never get rid of me.
It's also why I tattoo you.
That's true. That's true. So everything on my body, I'm like, I got this with Raina. I got this with Raina. I got this with Raina. But I like
stamping you or
like
a brand.
For sure. For sure. But I think that growth in friendship is so important.
Yeah.
But also acknowledging like, what's important to me. And I also know where you're uncomfortable. So, maybe at the beginning of our friendship, I came in a bit hot.
Maybe.
I was like, maybe I should pull back here. And I needed you to come in a bit warmer.
The matching outfits were too much.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm still down. Yeah. Hey guys, I got matching hoodies. Who wants to wear these? I don't know. If it's for a laugh, I'm in.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I love
it.
But
you've definitely warmed up the channels a bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard not like I remember when I went to Vancouver, when we were recording and I met your sister for the first time and we were talking about another friend of yours or something. And she was like, she just doesn't match Allie's energy. And I was like, okay, but Sheila, not a lot of people can match Allie's energy. So like, not to be on that friend's side, but like, it's very hard to like, there's almost not in any way, bad way. I'm not like saying anything bad, but it's like, you know how to friendship, like, you know how to celebrate, you know how to like show somebody you love them. Like, you know how to make the most out of every situation. And so for those of us that don't, I'm just like, I should send a text. You know what I mean? I'm like overthinking everything because you've literally set the bar so high in terms of friendship.
But what could you do for friends? Like, I mean, I'm definitely not showering my external friends with the same love that is in my internal circle. Like, I keep the people very close. And my philosophy is probably the same with being a teacher, being a mom. It's also how my parents raised me, right? You show love and you show kindness and you think about other people. My mom was the big person who always was like, did you write a thank you card? And I would be like, thank you cards. Did you remember to call them and say this? Like, remember to give someone love and affection. And so that's where that all comes for me. But, but I also like, there's nothing better than pulling a prank on you, making people laugh and like, telling you who somehow has blocked birthdays, which is the biggest celebration of you, that you're important.
Thank you. You are like the biggest prankster. I don't know if people know that.
Yeah, I do like to pull some massive pranks. I think I was wearing like but it's even weird stuff. Like, I think it was my false eyelashes or I had my nails done. And then I came to Denver to see you and I thought they started to fall off. And I thought, well, I'll just hide these
all
nails
over the place,
all over her house, like in her bathroom, by her bedside table, so that as I'm gone, you find little bits of me, like nails and eyelashes.
Whose lash is this?
It is gross now that I'm retelling it. I'm like, okay, gross. But I thought it would be funny. Or you've got, I don't know what you write all over your kitchen board, like that door.
Oh yeah, like to-dos and just random stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you write all your to-dos on this big thing. And I like to go and fuck up your to-dos, right? Like I like to go and erase things and
Allie leaves Denver and it's like, don't forget to send Allie money. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, where did this
Allie
come
a
from?
hug.
Give Allie a hug.
Water your plants. Like,
but my favorite is like months into our friendship, not years, but like months into our friendship, you come to Denver and we sit down at the sushi restaurant. And maybe it was like a year into our friendship, something like that. But she comes to the sushi restaurant and she's like, no, let me pay. I've got this. And she like gets the bill and puts the card in and she takes it over. Like the waitress takes it away and the waitress comes back and is like, ma'am, we don't take this here. And it's a library card. Like Allie literally sticks a library card in the payment slot and lets the waitress leave with it, like expecting her to come back and just be like, it was the funniest. She's like, you don't take these in the US? You don't take these in the States? You don't pay with library cards?
Library cards? Yeah.
Weird. I'm from Canada.
And it had my face on it with like a big smile and everything. But for me, that's twofold. Number one, I loved watching the sheer panic in anybody I'm with, but mostly Raina, because I was like, oh, I paid with my library card. I love seeing this. And Raina's like, what? You did what? Oh my gosh. And then I like so embarrassed. But I love watching the waiter or waitress at their like pay station, like looking at it, puzzled. What is this? They try to ring it through. They're like, a library card? This isn't right.
And then the manager.
They ask the manager. It's a whole, do we take these? Is this a gift card? Like it's a whole hubbubaloo. And then they finally come back to the table and they're like, I'm sorry, ma'am, this is a library card. And I'm like, you guys don't take it here? That's funny. We can pay for these in Canada with library cards. Oh, darn it.
Canada wins again.
Canada wins. And then we laugh and they laugh and then sometimes they don't. There was one time that I tried to pull that prank when we were out for breakfast. Do you remember that? And the girl was not having it. And I was like, well, okay, sad Sally. I guess there's no prank for you today with my library.
Yeah, you get those people that are just in the moods, right?
Yeah.
And it just doesn't hit as well as it should have hit. So
no, and I was like, that 100% should have hit. The library card in your credit card slot is hilarious. And it's how you present it. But I'm telling you, if you're out with me, I will do it. And it is a game changer.
Yeah. Game changer for sure.
You know what else? What? Here, I'm totally shifting gears, but I need to get your advice on this.
Okay.
You know what else I hear is a game changer? And I'm not sure if I'm into, but shaving my face.
Okay. Kinsey does this. There's these they're like little face razors. Ellen,
what are they called? Tinkles or something, or a tinky?
I don't know. But like, Kinsey wants to be an esthetician, so she's super into like skin everything. And she's like, Mom, let me shave your face. And I'm like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with you bringing like a razor to my face, but your skin looks amazing. But apparently, I mean, it's kind of like, wasn't there a facial that they do that too, where they kind of like,
but like, how often am I shaving my face? I haven't done it. And I'm here if it's going to make a huge difference, but like,
I think it's supposed to make your face like shiny, not shinier, but like just more brighter and clear. So it's supposed to take off like a peach fuzz and stuff like that.
But how hairy is everyone's faces?
I have a lot of peach fuzz.
I think I have sideburns that really, and a mustache.
And a mullet.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Why don't we have mullets on?
Stop.
You have your mullet? Okay.
Of course I do. Do I?
Okay. Well, there's been days where 1, 2, 3.
Just a second.
I feel bad for the people that only like listen. You know what I mean? Like you don't get the visual.
But the mullet.
My daughter just walked in.
She's like, not you two again.
She goes,
oh yeah.
Okay, well, we're actually recording a podcast, so if you don't get out, okay, well, that's Kenzie
on TikTok.
Okay,
you what?
She said, check me out on TikPoint.
You're so old.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Check her out on TikPoint.
Listen, teen, maybe you didn't notice, but we're both in mullets and we're really cool right now. Check me out on TikTok.
Check her out on TikPoint. She said, she goes, follow me on TikTok. I've got 2 point. And I said, Father on tick point.
Great. Right
as
there.
If I needed any help feeling like an old person in front of them.
That was a mom move for sure. That was a mom move.
Tickpoint.com.
Well, she was right there. We could have asked her about shaving our faces.
Oh, hey, well, I can ask Ella, but then it's going to turn into a whole thing. And these teens love the attention.
Well, I know that, but it's more just something that I was curious for, to be honest. I was like, is Raina shaving her face? Because
I am not, but it's not like a regular razor. It's like it's like a straight razor that dudes back in the day used to use on their necks.
Do you have a mustache?
I don't think so. I'd like to say no, but you know what I do have? I don't know how to fix this.
What?
I got like some nose hair.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm also nervous now with my nose rings. Bad story. I have this little like a thing that you take up. When I only had my right pierced, I did it and it ripped the entire. It was like a hoop. It got caught in the nose hair trimmer and ripped the entire hoop out.
That is that's a corporate issue for that. Whoever's manufacturing that, you need to go straight to them. Be like, I ripped out my nose ring because of your zhuzh machine that's supposed to.
I'm going to write a letter. It was terrifying. And so now I'm like, how do I trim my nose hairs?
Is it both sides? Because I got
both sides.
I have one rogue crazy nose hair on one side only. But I also have a mustache, I think. My sister says I've got a stash in the weird lights. She's like, your stash is heavy today. And I was like, what? Wow. So
I've never noticed your stash.
Okay. Well, that's good because the next level for this mullet is that we have like full blown.
Dale and Dale do a little stash.
Do a little stash. I'm just saying that I think that women are growing more hair and I'm here for it because I asked my esthetician who does all my bikini waxing. Mm-hmm. He said that she had, and I swear I am not exaggerating. I said, how's your day going? She's down there waxing my vag. And I was like, how's the day going?
I'm trying to get you to FaceTime me when you do this.
I know. I keep saying, I'm like, I'll FaceTime you. Don't worry. You can see my reactions.
Always a threat, but never follow through.
I keep telling you, it's not that bad. But I said, oh, so what's the rest of your day looking like? And she goes, oh, I have a full body. 4 hours. She was booked from noon till 4. And I said, what do you mean a 4 hour? You're waxing someone for, she goes, yep. Head to toe. She goes, eyebrows, mustache, face, chin, arms, back, and vag, the legs. And that's what do you
think people are doing that they need their whole body waxed?
Well, I'm just pro hair. I'm like, that's a lot of money and effort and it cannot be comfortable. Girls, you can grow it out or be dark haired. I think it's fine. This is what I'm saying. This is this brings me back to the shaving of the face. I'm just like, are we all shaving our face? Are we waxing our full bodies? This seems like a lot.
It just seems like a lot of maintenance.
Because do you know how many guys I've seen when they take off their shirt have a full back, full hair, full chest? They're not waxing.
How do you feel about the full back?
It's not my dinner.
Okay. It's not my dinner. Because I talk about facial, I'm like, I want a big, mountain man beard, but
I feel like that comes with a full body, potentially of hair. A guy that can grow a sizable beard.
A back though, a covered back.
But
I don't know. I feel like that's where I draw the line.
I don't know, but maybe you could get into it.
Maybe I could get into it. We'll see what happens.
Well, it depends how good that frontal beard is.
Yeah.
Maybe you can overshadow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to put my hands on a guy's back and run them up and hair go in between my fingers.
No, that's my point is I'm like, picture sexy time and you're just like running your hands up his back and it's like, sorry, I got stuck in my nail. You know what I mean? I'm like,
no,
I don't think that would work.
I don't want to feel it.
But also no offense anyone.
Yeah. You know what? If you're hairy, you're hairy. That goes back
you know what?
Yeah. Maybe my face is super hairy and guys are like, fuck hairy face girls. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I'm not shaving my face. You don't have to shave your back.
Yeah.
Let's all band together.
I won't shave my back.
Yeah. It was just the thought that I was thinking, is this something that everyone's doing? I know I may have a mustache. Are we all? Because I'll get on board because hashtag influenced.
Yeah.
can we also please?
Okay, you can bring it up. I saw it in your face.
Can I have a claim to fame? Because not many times am I the hashtag influencer.
I know.
But please explain what you have started.
So I bought running shoes.
Period.
Because I've been in this, we've made some transitions in our life, and I'm in this phase now where I'm like, I don't want to have to do a workout because someone says I have to do a specific workout. And I've been in this like daydreaming of like, what would the highest version of me do for workout? Like, what would she be into? You know what I mean? And I think she's into yoga. And then I saw a vision of her running. And I was like,
is so not you, but yet
neither.
I love this question of what is the highest version of you?
Yeah. And so she's a yogi and she runs. And I was thinking about the running, and I'm like, yes, 100% influenced by you and running and seeing how good it feels. And you literally come to Denver and you're like, I'll be back. I'm going to do like 4 laps around the park. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'll meet you out there and walk with Archie. You know what I mean? It's just like, you're so into it. And I can see how like zen and peaceful and healing and all of it is for you. And I also picture like, when we move to California, like I am going to have Archie and I want to do something outside with him. And I'm like, I don't want to just walk. Like maybe we could run. Like, what would that look like? What would that feel like? And I just got like so excited about it that I just ordered running shoes. And you were like, dude, start with 2 minutes, 2 minutes at a time.
Literally
and then walk. And then, and so we've literally been like, every time I take him on a walk by himself, I'll put on my running shoes and I'll just do a little 2-minute run and then walk for like 5 minutes. And I'll be like, you want to go again? And he's like, hell yeah, mom. And so we go again. And it's just been so much fun to like ease into.
Do you know how many times we don't try something new?
So often.
And like, is that because we don't know ourselves? We get, fearful. I'm like, well, no, I've always hated running. Like just using running as an example. Most people poo-poo running. They're like, my knees can't handle it. I hate it. It's torture.
We make these assumptions.
Oh yeah. They go back to like their high school selves, and it's like triggering. They're like, I remember having to run 6 laps in, 12 minutes and I hated my life. But it's exactly what I said. I was like, start with 2 minutes. And if you don't like it, you don't ever have to do it again.
Yeah.
But like, I love this. What would the highest version of you want to do for any element of your life?
100%.
Nighttime. What does this feel like?
What would she eat today?
What would she eat today?
Yeah. Yeah.
What if the answer is just cookies?
Then she eats cookies.
What if my highest version is just chomping on cookies? But
it was kind of a game changer question for sure. Cause and I ask a lot of my one-on-ones, I'm always like, okay, like, cause they're just like, it's all shoulds, right? It's like, I know I should be doing this and I know I should be doing that. And I know I should eat this and I should do this workout and I should write and I should read and I should. And I'm like, what would you do as like the highest version of yourself? Like, how would she wake up in the morning? Like, what would her morning routine look like? You know what I mean? Like, not saying, because you have to also put yourself in the like, I'm still married. I still live in the same house. I still have the same job. I still have kids. Nobody's, it's not like an imaginary life. It's like this highest version of you that's in this world you live in now. Like, what would you do?
I love that. I think I'm going to write that down. That's how I'm starting my journal thing tomorrow, because
influenced.
Hashtag influenced again. Damn it. No, but in the best way. But this is because even though it is our birthday month, this is what I want to ask of this year. What would my highest self do this year? Like, what would the best version of Allie want to rock out this year? What's the most important? Like, why are we even doing this podcast? Why am I wearing a mullet? What is all of this mean?
What is going on here?
What is truly happening here? And it is because we want to bring out the highest version of ourselves, you guys too, everybody, and saying like, well, what isn't working and what could you shift and have a laugh and chat with people. And if you don't have anyone to chat with, hopefully you listen to this podcast and go, oh, I could think about that too.
And feel free to join the conversation as if you're here. Like, just respond while you're in the car. But it's also like, I don't know. I think the most fun, I don't know where I'm even going with this, but like the funnest part is like seeing that person that posted like the 5 celebrity things. I'm like, participate. Like, if you don't have anybody to like lean on or chat with or connect with, like, do it here.
Do it here. because I can guarantee that between Raina and I, one of us is struggling with whatever you're struggling with.
100%.
And if we pool our therapy resources and a little girl chit chat and a good messy mullet, I think we can have a laugh and have it all work out.
100%. 100%.
So let's just remind everybody, Instagram, go follow, go slide into our DMs, go have a chit chat with us. Like if there's something you want to talk about, hear anything, it's not anybody else. It's just us responding.
Yeah.
And
YouTube, because you've got to see this. Like, that's the thing. I'm like, I can't get over now. Cause I'm like, I love that we're on Spotify and I love that we're on Apple Podcasts and all these things, but the visual
is the best.
So like, go follow on YouTube and like put that on the car, or not. I guess you can't watch while you drive, but
in bed, take us to bed. Take us to bed for
Bring
a good
us
night.
to bed.
Bring us to bed, you guys. Because the visual is what cracks us up every single time. And it doesn't matter how many times we put on these mullet wigs, I still start laughing.
And Allie got blonde highlights.
I did. Just a couple out the bottom. I forgot my hair elastic. So I know faux pas, mullet wig faux pas, but there. See, as soon as I
you say hair elastic and I just say ponytail.
What?
Yeah,
but you need a hair elastic to make the ponytail. What comes
first? Ponytail, and who says hair elastic?
Everybody.
I don't think I've ever said hair elastic.
You say scrunchie?
If it's a scrunchie.
Like a
full on like 80s scrunchie.
Oh my God. Okay, we need to fully debrief on this. Also,
next episode,
hair elastics. Tune in. Have a good one, everybody. Happy mullet.
Thanks for listening.
You don't know a hair elastic? There's no way you don't know what a hair elastic. You've never said, hey, I'm lacking somebody who's got a hair elastic.
I say, who has a ponytail?
Who has a ponytail? The ponytail is the result of the hair elastic. You need a hair elastic to create the pony.
It all makes sense now, but it took 36 years.